you're creative, if you feel that there is something authentic that you can serve to people, then why not? Take that chance. If you're in your 20s and there are no dependents, then what is it that they're scared of? If they are in job market today, they can come back day after tomorrow.
I mean, yeah, some people think they can come back, but some people think they can't. I think that might also be your confidence saying that, though. Because I say that too. But a lot of people are like, no. Don't you get out of the job market for like 2 years. You won't be able to come back. We love doing music because we love doing music. And that's it, period, full stop. And we enjoy the moment we're doing it. After that, we might say, oh, I'm so tired. Or, oh, this month I didn't earn enough. Or this month I earned a lot. Like you said, the jam on top of bread and butter. But we are really enjoying the process of doing it.
Absolutely.
So is this one of those things you enjoy? Or is it you just felt like, oh, this could make a lot of money, so here I am? Like, do you ever see animals that could eat you up?
No.
Right.
No.
Like a great white?
Yeah, so I do have plans to swim in Maldives with the great whites, but then, yeah, let's see.
Okay.
No, they are not dangerous. They are not dangerous.
Okay.
So many myths. Probably we'll have another chapter or another episode on that. But yeah.
Are you sure though?
Yeah.
I put out status after status like once every 2 years on my Facebook. It was when you read about a shark attack and I go, what is it these Australians don't understand? Just don't go into the water. How simple can that be? Why? Why would people still go into an ocean when they know there are great whites there?
See, you're talking like, there was one pit bull who attacked his owner or who attacked a baby.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that you're not going to adopt a dog.
We might adopt a dog.
Yeah.
To me, it feels like you've done really well for yourself. You're gonna keep going. Going. Yes.
Do we have a choice?
So, Aastha Maheshwari, who are you exactly?
So, I would rather call myself a serial hustler.
Right.
But I just really love the kind of hustle that I have in my day-to-day life. So, I'm a freelancer. I'm a travel content creator.
Yeah.
But then it's fun. Sometimes you just wake up early to catch flights, and other days you just laze around till 9:30. So
right.
I love that sort of schedule for myself.
That's really, really interesting. And I feel like that's a little bit like the sign of the times. Like a lot of people are trying to do that, but not everyone is able to do it. So I want to talk a little bit about that today.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I really resonate with what you said about the hustle thing. Because actually that's how we met, if you remember.
Exactly.
That was so, I don't know, am I allowed to share that?
Yeah.
Like how we met on LinkedIn?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, okay. So you reached out and then there was one day, I think I put out a job or something for...
Yes. You were looking for a freelance content writer to do some LinkedIn
that's right.
posts for... Yeah, so that's what I do, yeah.
Yeah. And then you reached out and there was like 15 applications. Or 20. But then you were like, I think the most persistent one. I think you said like, hi, did you get my application, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, I got it. And then I looked through it and then it's like, I looked through it, I was like, yeah, like she sounds like perfect. Like she's doing it, whatever I want to be done. And then we had a chat.
Yeah.
And then that project went well.
Oh, yes. We worked together for a good 1 year.
Yeah. But remotely.
And
we're actually meeting for the first time today.
Yeah, we are meeting for the first time.
So that's crazy. So tell me, was the writing thing, like I know as a travel creator, you obviously create content. But nowadays, it's the term content. But like one of my guests said in episode 3, previously, 15 years ago, it's not called content. It's just you're a writer, you're a photographer, you're whatever, photojournalist. So do you enjoy all kinds of content creation? Or was the writing thing just, let me do this so I get some cash so I can build my dream? And there's nothing wrong with that. Everyone does that when they're building their dreams.
No, so Zephyr, it started long ago, and somewhere in 2017, I started my blog. Okay, I don't know how many people still know if, that used to be a thing, that you write about your travels.
Yes.
Yeah, so I've traveled a lot, so I just thought that, okay, let's just document everything. Right. That's how I started my writing, and one thing led to another. So when I was writing these travel blogs, then I realized, okay, there is a thing called Instagram.
Right.
Yeah, so somewhere in 2018, I realized, okay, there should be some social media presence. Then later, I realized, okay, you need 10K followers to have that swipe up option so that people can actually go to your blog to read it.
I vaguely remember that. Yes.
Yes.
Something about a swipe up. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I had forgotten about that.
So yeah,
It's coming back to me now.
from writing, it came down to that funnel of content.
Yeah.
Now, but then yes, having said that, writing is very integral part of what I've done and how it started. So that's why I still write, and I really enjoy doing it.
That's awesome. So you still write?
I still do.
And you made vlogs. I've seen those reels, those like, welcome to the Bali resort. They also have this, they also have this, they also have that with the voiceover.
Yes.
So is that paid work?
Yes, most of it, yes.
Most of it is paid work.
Yeah.
Very nice. So would you say you are at the level of, I don't know what your personal goals are, but for this travel video thing, it seems like, or maybe it just seems like that to me because I'm starting out. I haven't told you about that yet, but I'll tell you about it later.
Okay.
Maybe now I can work for you. I don't know.
No.
So a lot of people, like I joined this one YouTube course by this company called Think Media. Do you know Sean Cannell?
I think I've seen some vlogs.
Yeah. So Think Media, right? So they're quite a big YouTube channel. And I joined their course in 2023. And one morning in January, I was like, they were like, YouTube 1K challenge. I was like, all right, I'm going to be a YouTuber.
Oh, I remember. You told me about it.
Oh, yeah. So they say, so a lot of people in the community are trying, but are not really getting anywhere. But of course, there's many successful people who are also getting places. But as with all industries, I wouldn't say it's a bell curve. I would say it's more like a pyramid where like some people are very, very successful. Some are less successful and some are not that successful. So, would you say you're at a stage where it's like, now this is your bread and butter?
Yes,
Kind of, this is how you earn?
Yes, for I think last 2 years, there have been months. So since I'm a freelancer, I do have different income sources, and one of which is content creation.
Right.
But last 2 years, there have been months where my entire chunk came from content creation.
Right.
And because of which I could obviously pay my bills, pay my rent and everything. So I would say that yes, it does bring bread, butter, and sometimes jam to it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So do you plan to continue this for like a long time?
Yes, that indeed is the plan because I really love doing it.
Yeah. I noticed that.
Yeah.
From your pictures and everything, it seems like you're quite relaxed at some points. And you or rather, not that you are relaxed, but they're very relaxing locations and things with a lot of vibe, like water. I resonate with water.
Yeah, same here.
So-
I'm a water baby.
Yeah. So maybe we are thinking like, oh, water is relaxing, but maybe somebody else is looking at your feet and going, how dangerous? I don't know.
Yeah.
But to me, it feels relaxing.
Yeah, obviously. I posted about the bumpiest ride of my life, and then people were like, oh, we would never jump onto that board. So I'm like, yeah, of course, there are people like that.
Okay.
But that's fine.
Do you find that when you do these activities, you almost enter a kind of peaceful state, and some people enter that through their work, but only some, because there's some people who go, I hate my job, but then they do their jobs for earning or for their families or whatsoever. But there are a lot of people, like I have some friends in music because my background is music, and we love doing music because we love doing music, and that's it, period, full stop. And we enjoy the moment we're doing it. After that, we might say, oh, I'm so tired, or, oh, this month I didn't earn enough, or this month I earned a lot, like you said, the jam on top of bread and butter. But we are really enjoying the process of doing it.
Absolutely.
So is this one of those things you enjoy? Or is it you just felt like, oh, this could make a lot of money, so here I am?
No. So actually, to be honest, it started when I was doing this parallelly with my corporate job.
Okay, you had a corporate.
Yeah, because I come from finance background. So I was working.
Oh, yeah, I remember now.
Yes,
Okay.
I was working with Musk shipping, and my weekdays would look like 9 a.m. till 3 a.m. in the night, and I used to work in that scenario.
Right.
But then Saturday, Sundays, I would just find my creative window through these blogs. So that's how these became, okay, let me just express myself. And then later on, I started enjoying it so much that I started building a portfolio. Obviously, it's a good, I think this is my 9th year of blogging and everything.
Right.
So, it does give me immense joy. At the same time, yes, it is tiring. For example, I'm sitting today and I've had very early morning flight and then I am dead tired.
Exactly. And it is 10:40. And we started talking 5 minutes ago. Yeah.
Yes.
No, you're right about that.
So yes, of course, days are tiring, but at the end of the day, if you feel what you're doing is worth taking all the pain and everything, then why not? And if it is fueling your journey, then of course, it is worth taking every inconvenience in life. Yeah.
Understand.
Yeah. And it does give me a lot of peace when I go to sleep that, okay, yes, I did some good job today.
Nice.
Yeah. And that satisfaction never came when I was doing my finance job, because I would always feel that, okay, maybe I'm not doing enough. Maybe I need to do more. But then everybody has their own work styles. And very soon I realized that I am not made for number crunching. Yeah. So when I started doing something very creative, I realized that this is where I excel. Even I was there in a corporate as a travel writer, and not to brag about it, but then that very first year I was employee of the organization.
Oh, you were in corporate as a travel writer?
Yeah.
What corporate was that?
Okay, so there's a company called Teletext Holidays.
Okay.
So they are based out of London and Ireland. Yes, they have one office there.
Right.
And I still write for them. So
Right.
yeah.
But now it's like part-time.
Yeah, it is on freelance basis, but I still do it for them. So
Right.
yeah.
But that wasn't your thing, necessarily.
No, that was my thing.
was-
But then I realized that, okay, now that I want to travel, I need little flexibility.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
then I moved the entire model to freelancing. Yeah. So then I
Totally
started writing for a lot of platforms. I've done a lot of commercial writing. I've
Yeah.
written product reviews. I've written LinkedIn posts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
that
written
was
scripts and whatnot. But
that was excellent. Yeah, and I could feel the weeks when I was like, this week probably Aastha has too much on her plate, and I could feel the weeks where I was like, oh my God, she's really focusing on this week, right? No, but that's normal.
Yeah, that's normal.
It's the same in music. It's the same in acting. It's the same in all creative
any
fields.
creative field,
Yeah,
for that
exactly.
matter. Absolutely right.
Okay, tell us, where does this hustle mentality and this confidence and this creative... Okay, let's talk about creativity and spirituality later. But there's a hustle and a little bit of confidence and a little bit of... Not a little bit, but I would say there's a lot of self-belief. Correct me if I'm wrong. But you can notice this trend among other people who are similar to you. So I can see that there is a lot of self-belief there. And there's a lot of corporate people or just people in different scenarios in life who might look at our situation and go, or people like us in our situation and go, yeah, that's too scary. I'm not going to do that. I need this security of, I need $5,000 in the bank at the end of the month, period, full stop. And some of these people are not even people with dependents or kids or wives or husbands or boyfriends or whatever.
Yeah.
They're still single. They're still young. They're still 24, 25. And they're like, nah, not going to do that. So, but they want to do that. So where did this come from within you? Or was it that you transitioned safely kind of thing?
No, it was definitely not a very smooth transition. I still remember I had to fight a battle because my parents thought that, oh, she's just pursuing her hobby because she once used to write good English essays. And they thought that, it's just a temporary thing. Why you want to leave your finance job? Because it is... at least rewarding. Not very greatly rewarding, but then yeah, it was rewarding, and at least it was giving me a paycheck at the end of the month.
Yes.
But then, I think self-belief was there. But at the same time, if these people think that they have self-belief, they should just be very consistent in what they do.
Right.
If that consistency is there, then leap of faith is something that everybody should at least give one shot.
Yeah.
So, also Zephyr, to add here, once I tried that, I should have a brand of my own. I started my clothing line. I started a label. Good, I tried, because within 2 months I realized I don't have business acumen. My brain is only meant for creative things.
Right.
So once you are fixated over there, then you know that all your efforts are supposed to be focused, and then I think then you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then at the same time, people think that, okay, they can just copy content and then, follow trends, and then they can make a living out of it, maybe for a short period, but it's not a long-term thing. So maybe if that is one of the advices that we can give people, then if you're creative, if you feel that there is something authentic that you can serve to people, then why not? Take that chance. If you're in your 20s and there are no dependents, then what is it that they're scared of? If they are in job market today, they can come back day after tomorrow.
Some people think they can come back, but some people think they can't. I think that might also be your confidence saying that, though. Because I say that too. But a lot of people are like, no. Don't you get out of the job market for like 2 years. You won't be able to come back.
See, I not deny the fact that job market is going worse day by day.
Okay.
There is no denial. But
Yeah.
see, if you are in that age where you don't have responsibilities, you don't have loans to pay back,
Yeah. Right.
yeah, it totally makes sense for them to try at least.
I agree.
Or at least
I agree.
do it part-time.
Yeah.
If you can't do it like full-time, okay, they want to have that safety net with them. Maybe part-time, yeah. That's how I started.
Right.
Yeah. I used to write after coming back from my office. That okay,
Wow.
one write up here, one write up there. And then that's how I started building up my portfolio.
Yeah. Wow.
So-
I'm taking inspiration from that. I started actually releasing one song a week.
Oh, that's nice.
Starting today.
Oh,
Today's the first release. Yeah. I haven't even put it out yet. Like I haven't told people that the song is out.
okay. Now we are telling people.
Yeah.
So everybody, please listen.
Yeah. That's great advice. Yeah. Okay. So you dive?
Yes, very often.
All right. Like, do you have is it a certificate or is it a license or is it just I dive, I free dive?
No. I'm an advanced open water diver. Yes, I do have certifications.
Oh, wow. Where did you get those?
So the advanced one I got in Thailand, and
Okay.
the basic one I got in Andamans.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you go by yourself with a group?
No, by myself. Like by myself to those diving schools, but then
right.
we do have dive
okay.
buddies, yeah. So wherever, like, no.
Okay.
Maybe
okay.
one day.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So is it easy to pick up diving?
I like it because I love adventures.
Sure.
And I remember for the first time when I dived, that was again back in 2019. And I really enjoyed it. That it's how you focus only on your breathing and there is nothing else.
Right.
And then later on, it also came down to the level where I realized that we should keep learning new things. So if it's a life skill like this, why not?
Right.
So then mindset became like that. And also diving gives me a lot of peace. Yeah, it just gives me that sense of achievement also at times because every time you see a new thing crawling or swimming, by your side, and like, oh wow, this happened today, this happened. I saw an octopus and I saw a barracuda, and then
Okay.
So that feeling is really good.
Okay. Can it get dangerous? Like, do you ever see animals that could eat you up?
No,
Right.
no.
Like a great white?
Yeah, so I do have plans to swim in Maldives with the great whites, but then let's see.
Okay.
No, they are not dangerous. They are not dangerous. So many myths. Probably we'll have another chapter or another episode on that. But yeah.
Are you sure though?
Yeah.
I put out status after status like once every 2 years on my Facebook. Was when you read about a shark attack and I go, what is it these Australians don't understand? Just don't go into the water. How simple can that be? Why would people still go into an ocean when they know there are great whites there?
See, you're talking like, there was one pit bull who attacked his owner or who attacked a baby.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that you're not going to adopt a dog.
Or, we might adopt a dog. Yeah.
So, there are rules for the ocean. You are not supposed to disturb them. And they are not supposed to disturb you.
Right.
You are not their food at all.
I heard that one, yeah.
Yeah, so they are not going to attack unless...
Okay, so you're not looking to do ridiculous nonsense.
Yeah,
You're just looking to enjoy the...
Yeah, just go swim peacefully, dive peacefully, come back. Now people have fads. Now they want to touch everything that...
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
If you go and touch a shark, better the shark attacks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we're on the same page about that.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, you said it's fine. You said you feel peaceful diving.
Yeah.
Do you mean you feel peaceful in the water? Is water something that gives you peace?
Yes, it does. In
right?
every form. Even if I'm sitting by a lake or I'm boating in a river or I'm close to any of the oceans or even when I'm going underwater, it definitely gives me a lot of peace. Yeah.
Same.
People say that, no, you should meditate. But I always feel that you should meditate when you can not think about anything else. So what happens when I'm very close to water? So it happens actually with two things. One is when I'm very close to water and when I dance.
Right.
So,
you dance as well?
Oh, yeah, I dance.
Oh my God, we're so similar.
Oh, you do too?
I used to do dance before I went to music.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'm trained in Kathak.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm not trained in anything. I'm just trained in copying Michael Jackson moves, but yeah.
All thanks to my parents, but then,
Oh,
yeah.
that's nice.
So I was really fond of dancing since childhood, yeah.
What's your star sign?
Oh,
Or-
I'm a Piscean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, yesterday was my birthday, I told
Oh,
you.
yeah. That's right. Oh, happy birthday to Aastha.
Thank you.
I have 5 planets in Scorpio.
Oh,
So but it's also a water sign apparently.
yes.
And I feel the same around water.
Wow.
Even when I can't take the stress, I'll just go take a shower. Suddenly I feel like so good.
Yeah, I think I feel very peaceful around nature as well. So whenever I'm very stressed, I would just go for a walk
Yeah,
and it will instantly calm me down.
right.
Yeah.
I agree. I do long walks as well. Wow, that's very similar. So just if you can just give us a brief history of like where you grew up, where you went to school, and do you, in this show, we try to touch on spirituality as well? I mean, all that's been more or less touched on based on the vibe and the traveling and the water and all that. But do you have any specific spiritual practices, or are you just more broad? Like, I just take in energy from anywhere. Like, I'm the kind of person, like, I see this wall and this texture and I feel like, I feel so good. But that's just me. So some people are like that. They look at like patterns and things. Some people are more like, no, who I spend time with. Some people are more like nature.
Yeah.
Or of course, there's a gazillion spiritual practices on earth.
Correct.
So what are you like, and what are your practices like? Or
Yeah, as I said, I really love walking.
yeah,
So yeah, in a day I walk on an average for 10 kilometers.
oh
Yeah, so that is my thing. So even if you just leave me in any part of the city, I would rather come walking. That's how I explore. That's how I find peace. That's how I find balance also, because it's a good way to stay active, and then you explore a lot, no? You see, and then you register a lot of things, and then yeah.
I agree. I mean, I go for long walks. I'm the long walk guy in the family.
Same here, same
Yeah.
here, same here.
Okay.
Yeah, I would just not stop unless people would start calling me home.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm that person. But yeah, it also gives you a lot of peace that, okay, you've walked this much.
Yeah.
And also because you look at people and then you're like, oh, such nice people.
Okay.
They're doing this and they're doing that. So for example, obviously, I'm in a new country today. And
This is your first time here?
no, this is my second time.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, but then, by the way, it has changed a lot.
Yeah.
All blooming in pink.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is because it's Chinese New Year right now.
No. Otherwise, also there are a lot of pink flowers and all.
Yeah, that's the Chinese New Year stuff. Oh, you mean just
Flowers, yeah.
actual flowers? Sorry, I thought you meant the decoration in Chinatown.
Yeah, decoration.
Okay.
I saw all that red and then ear of the horse and
Yeah.
yeah. But
Yeah, they are planting the place
really well.
and making it very green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it not like the greenest country or something? Or it is?
It could be at the rate
Yeah,
they're
because-
going.
Yeah,
At the rate.
I could smell rainforest.
It's been raining the last 3 days here. I just put up a post going, Year of the Fire Horse, where's the fire? It's raining for the last 3 days. It felt like London for a while. I was like, how long is this going to continue? I didn't know. But yeah, it has changed a lot. And
Yeah, it's very beautiful.
they're greening out the place quite a lot. A friend had gone to Australia to start a pilot school. He came back. He used to be a musician. So he came back and he was like, a while back, I think this was a few years ago, he came back and he was like, we have this highway called East Coast Park, which is leading to the airport also.
Oh.
And he said previously I could see the ocean on my right because it's right next to the ocean. It's
Oh,
like
yeah. There is one elevated road. Is the same one? Where you can see on the one side and then you just drive towards airport.
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
And then he's like, but now there's so many trees. All I see is trees. Because they've planted trees on either side. Looks like you're going through a forest.
Oh.
Yeah. But for me, I mean, we live here. So we see the gradual changes. So it doesn't register as a change.
That's true.
But you're the second person who's told me that. Like, oh, it's so green. And
Yeah, it is very, very green. Yeah.
Okay. If just for a minute or two, we can touch on your history. Like, where did you grow up? Like you said Hyderabad, but were you always there?
No. So I definitely grew up in Rajasthan because
Rajasthan.
yeah, because I belong to this small town called Ajmer.
Okay.
So yeah, born and brought up there.
Ajmer.
Ajmer, yeah.
M-A-I-R. A-J-M-A-I-R?
AJMER.
M-A-R, Ajmer.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So I grew up there. Then I studied, I'm graduated in commerce. So I did my BCom honors. Then I studied chartered accountancy for a couple of years. Then I am a company secretary. So I finished all this. Then I went to Bombay for my internship. That's where I was working with Ernst & Young.
Okay.
Yeah. Then I came back wrote my final exams. Then I went back to Pune to work with this shipping company, Maersk Shipping.
Okay, yeah.
And yeah, while I was working there and my saturation was hitting the roof, that's where I started vlogging. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. We also have a history in Mumbai and Pune.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, my mom's side is from Pune. My dad's side is from Mumbai. And they met in Elphinstone College in Mumbai.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, that's cool. Okay. But if you just look at the trajectory, to me, it feels like you've done really well for yourself. You're going to keep going. Going. Yes.
Do we have a choice?
Well, in a country where the hustle is actually, people say that Singaporeans are pampered. And I do feel we're pampered. Like when I see people like you, like just like going. And even my mom, like she was like, I was first in class, I was this, I was that. Now she has a high post in a corporate in Singapore. But now she's positioned in like a posted to Jakarta.
Oh.
But it was a tough journey. But it was always, there was times my family earned like $1,000 or $2,000 when we came to Singapore. So I know what hardship is, but I also know what wealth is. Not like wealth to the point where buying palaces, but at least we have a couple of houses kind of thing. So I've seen both sides, and I realized that a lot of people in Singapore, we grow up in a bubble because the government like takes care of you in a way. Not like unemployment checks like they have in other countries. We don't have that. And we also don't have a minimum wage law.
Okay.
So everyone's always working. But I've told my wife several times that you'll never starve in Singapore if you're a citizen and you don't have a job at the moment. They won't let you starve. Okay. You just have to say, guys, I'm a citizen. I don't have cash right now. They'll put you in like a little house, in a little flat, in an apartment. They call them flats here. They'll give you some basic rations and stuff. Like they won't let you starve. Like, you're not going to be lying on the road starving. You're not allowed to lie on the road.
Yeah.
Police will be like, what are you doing here? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Oh, I'm broke. Oh, okay, let's help you, So you'll never starve. But of course, if you want to be rich, you have to work for it.
Of course.
But I think it's admirable what you've done.
No, I think, Zephyr, it also comes from the kind of society we both grew in. Right. I think you grew up looking at people doing such white collar jobs, and then, you automatically have that mindset. And when we are, I think it's a very typical Indian mindset that they have very, like there are only 5-6 jobs that the society thinks that, okay, this is reputed, and then you have to fight a lot. And when you fight through that, then this confidence builds up. And sometimes out of rebel, you want to show it to the world that no, I can still do it. Yeah, I will survive.
Yeah.
So sometimes you take it like that as well.
Yeah.
So maybe that was the difference, no?
Yeah. That's really good. That's really cool. Like I would definitely, once my daughter is old enough, I definitely get her to have a chat with you.
Oh, definitely. I would
get inspired.
Oh, I'll brainwash her.
I look forward to that actually. Okay. Last couple of minutes. There was, about your trip.
Yeah.
Confidential, are you able to share us what you're actually doing in Singapore right now? Because we didn't know that.
Yeah, it's not confidential.
Okay.
So I'm sure you would have heard about this company, Kloop.
We used them to rent our car when we went to Langkawi, I believe.
Yeah.
It was really good, yeah.
So also you use that company to book your experiences, your airport transfers and stuff like that. So this company is doing a lot of creator trips. So, so I am traveling with them here to promote a couple of attractions of Singapore.
Right.
So yeah, that's why I'm here.
Right. So is this one of those where you are paid as a talent under Klook and you're like a talent for Klook, or is this they're paying you to do your Aastha stuff, but Klook is sponsoring it?
Yeah, so Klook is sponsoring things.
Okay.
And I'll be doing Aastha stuff for them.
Got it.
But that's cool. Yeah,
congrats.
Thank you so much.
That means brands are hitting you up, or you're hitting them up either way, and then
they reached out, but then touch wood, with God's grace. Yes, so last 2 years have been really good. So I traveled to Vietnam, all sponsored. I would travel to Thailand, all sponsored. Then this one is happening. Then mostly I'll be going to Amsterdam in 3 months. So I think.
So being paid to travel.
Yes, if not paid, at least entire thing is taken care of.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I was telling you, because I did not carry cash. Because there's nothing that I have to spend here. So. Yeah. Right. And apparently there are no ATMs around. So,
There are.
I did not find.
Where did you go? Chinatown?
Yeah, the entire thing. At least one I'll get. And also,
Clarky would have a few.
Clarky would have few. Maybe tomorrow I'll see.
Yeah.
Or maybe I don't need it. I would just tap for coffee or something. That's it.
There's PayWave everywhere. Do you have credit cards?
I do have MasterCard here. That's it, no?
Yeah.
We don't need it here.
You don't need it here. Unless you want like really, 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 really cheap local stuff.
No.
No, but even those coffee shops have it.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't, if you're able to do a pay now with your banking app. But mostly otherwise it's tap and...
Tap, no? It's okay. And then I'll do that. Yeah.
Okay. I really want to say thank you.
Oh, thank you so much for...
Yeah, this was like, I was like,
very
what?
impromptu.
Yeah, it's like, I'm in Singapore. Okay, let's shoot.
Yeah, let's meet. I thought we'll just catch up over a cup of coffee or something.
Yeah.
But then good we recorded this.
Yeah. I mean, shit. Did we spoil that opportunity to catch up?
No.
Okay.
Coming to India.
Yeah. No, I'm coming to India next month.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell everyone what's happening next month? You don't have to.
No, that's
Just surprise. You'll find out next
Surprise.
episode.
Yes. Maybe we'll shoot that in India.
Yeah, we could. I'm coming to India to shoot actually.
Oh, perfect.
A friend is renting a building to McDonald's.
Wow.
They're renting his building. You know, like when you go, you drive and then you see these like 1-2 story buildings in McDonald's. So I didn't even think about this until he said when he came to Singapore.
Mm-hmm.
He's my dad's sister's ex-boyfriend from many years ago. But apparently at those times, and my dad was just telling me this on the dinner table yesterday, that in India, at least in Mumbai, everyone was cool with everyone. So my dad's mom married twice. And her first husband used to go to their parties. And I was like, are you serious? And they were like, everyone was chill. And sometimes they kept quiet for the kids. So the kids don't feel like life is awkward. And as a dad now, I completely understand that. Like we have to go to the next room to talk about something, then we got to come back out. Then we got to the next room. Otherwise, that's the kid's childhood.
Yeah.
Oh, my parents are arguing about cash again, or they are arguing about this Sunday.
Yeah, obviously that's something you don't want at home.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it does happen. It is our home.
I mean, like obviously.
So we got to go into a room and do it, and then come back out. So the kid's like, oh, everything's great.
Yeah.
Okay, so once again, thanks so much for being on.
Thank you so much for having me over.
You're welcome. And see you guys on the next episode.